and introduce him to you first. Fighting out of the blue corner, he weighed in at 65.7 kilograms and trains under Joe Lopez at a freestyle fighting gym. Fighting out of New South Wales, Australia, with a professional record of 10 wins for just 5 defeats. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the cage, the challenger, Justin Van Heerden! And introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner, he weighed in at 65.9 kilograms and trains under Pasha Stoiler and Damage Mia at a Southside Training Centre. Fighting out of Brisbane, Australia, with a professional record of 9 wins for just 6 defeats. Ladies and gentlemen, make some noise for the challenger, Diego El Pantana Negro Pereira!
Alright, we've been over the rules. Listen to my instructions at all times. Protect yourself at all times. If you want to touch gloves, do it now. Come out fighting.
Eternal co-main event. 5-5 championship rounds. Here at Eternal 72. Justin Van Heerden versus Diego Pereira. Eternal Featherweight Championship is on the line to their Nathan Cage side with Robin O'Neill. Round 1, we are underway. Diego Pereira taking center cage. Van Heerden looking to work from the outside. Once again, fight fans, this matchup proudly brought to you by Neds.
You can tell how experienced both these boys are with just the filling out process. A lot of feints, a lot of distance, reading the distance and reading their opponent's reactions. Diego is on the front foot, taking the center cage, lands a nice leg kick, but Justin returns straight away.
You talk about reading each other, Robin. These guys know each other very, very well.
They do, they do.
They first fought 5 years ago. They were teammates for a meaningful period of time at Southside Training Centre until Justin made the transition to freestyle MMA alongside the likes of Alex Volkanovski, Blake Donnelly, Dave Martinez, Josh Kuhn, Jarrett Wilbraham. Diego staying loyal to the team at Southside MMA. And they take the centre of the cage here tonight at Eternal 72 all these years later tonight for all the marbles.
Justin's fluently switching between orthodox and southpaw, just giving Diego that little bit extra thing to think about, and we're only a minute into the first fight. The first round, rather. I'd like him to stay on the front foot a little bit and hold his ground in the middle and see what they can do there.
Diego targeting that lead leg of Lockjaw at this stage, and he goes again. But here we go. The wrestling of Lockjaw has worked in his favor in all of his previous fights. Can he do the same against the Black Panther up against the cage? Diego trying to get that right leg on the outside of the thigh of Lockjaw.
This is just vintage Lockjaw at the moment. He's attacking the single, but Diego's doing everything right. He's fishing for the head positioning, and look at that, he's off the cage.
Great defense by Diego. He's absolutely no stranger to defending some high-level wrestling. Once again, under the watchful eye of Paul Pasha Stoiler and Uncle Des.
I mean, both these boys have such a great camp and team behind them that it is why they're the cream of the crop in Australia.
It absolutely is, Robin. You are seeing the top 2 featherweights go head-to-head here on the Gold Coast.
A lot of feinting coming from Diego. Justin's shot again, but heavy elbows from Diego. Justin hasn't phased, and he's going to try drop down to that single, I do believe so. Double rather than that, sorry.
Well, it's the chain wrestling of Lockjaw that pays dividends in the end. He just has a habit of grinding his opponents out. He'll look to do the same against Diego here tonight, and he takes a look at a familiar face in Diego's corner. His old coach, Paul Pasha Stoiler, as he takes Diego to the ground now.
The head pressure from Justin here is good. If Diego's shoulders are flat on the mat with the head position, he's not going to be able to move, but he has active on a hip just now, and he's able to try and create some space so that they can advance possession. Diego's fishing for an underhook on that. Justin's happy just to sit in half guard at the moment.
When you have two high-level jiu-jitsu specialists, Robin, it almost becomes a stalemate in there, doesn't it, as Diego looks to escape out of there.
Justin's got a leg. Is he going to sit back, or what are we going to see here?
He's out of the woods for now, is Diego, targeting that lead leg of Van Heerden.
He's hit the same place on the knee a couple of times, so I'd like Justin to be a little bit more aware of that. It might not be hurting him now, but it could pay dividends over the fight. Justin's looking for a way to pass Diego's legs so he can hopefully get on top and land some ground and pound.
Well,
but Thomas Churchill's having none of it, as he MCT.
Absolutely. Thomas Churchill stands them up. He says, let's get back to the action on the feet. Nice right hand landed by both men there. Takedown for Van Heerden. He's 2 from 2. Time on round number 1, and what a round it was. Round UFC Fight Pass. Round 2 of our co-main event is underway.
Diego's starting the round the same. He's taking the center cage, throwing about a fence just to get Justin's reactions. Justin does have the reach advantage to compare to Diego, so I'd like to see him hold his ground and use his jab a little bit.
Well, that is one technique he may employ later on in the fight, but the technique that seems to be working for him
his grappling.
In round 2 is his grappling, Robin. I mean, it's worked so well for him in his past fights, and it seems to be paying off against Diego.
It is. He's just trying to pass these legs at the moment, but he's finding it a little bit hard. Diego is being very active with it and active on the bottom. He's throwing up elbows, he's kicking, and he's actually not letting Justin pass.
Fingers out of the cage. Thank you.
I'm not too sure how much longer Thomas Churchill will take of this, just like last round.
Well, in the eyes of the judges, it is Van Heerden on the feet, and just as Thomas was about to stand them up, Van Heerden decides to press the action, but it's Diego landing some good elbows on the inside there.
He is very successful with those elbows. He's finding any little gap to throw them in, and he's getting them. This is a bit of an unusual position, but Diego was trying to use his hooks there to take Justin's back. Justin was wise to it.
He's just relentless, is lockjaw early on in round number 2.
He's in a cradle sort of position at the moment, Justin. I'd like to see what he can do with it, whether he can use it to drive Diego down to the floor, or he starts trying to pick him up to throw some strikes.
He's not giving Diego an inch of space thus far.
Is that a darts coming along there, T?
He's got to watch that anaconda. It was under the neck, then the armpit.
Justin's trying to jump the back, but I think he should be careful. He was in a good position before, and just slow it down a little bit.
Well, the thing is, as good as Justin is, this is nothing that Diego's not familiar with. He is defensively sound both on the ground and on the feet, and it's actually him that's starting to press the action now. But he's not out of the woods yet, Robert.
Yeah, Justin seems to be locking down the arm of Diego to stop Diego from actually trying to do any sort of attacks. I haven't seen this too much, if I'm being honest with you, but Diego is going to Justin's leg to try and get some money in the bank for the later rounds.
Just at the halfway left of round number 2.
Justin's got that underhook now, and he's driving Diego across the fence. Good knee from Justin and a nice uppercut. And he drops straight down for a double. He is relentless. Non-stop
is lockjaw, using those strikes to set up his entries effectively, and down goes Diego again.
Straight into side control for Justin here, and he's using his head against Diego's to hopefully make it a little bit more uncomfortable for Diego, and just one more thing to think about. There goes Diego again with the elbows. He's always throwing those too.
Well, he's always active, whether he's on the feet or on the bottom.
Don't grab it with your toes. Don't grab it with your toes.
Diego looking to, well, literally wall walk off the fence. He doesn't want to let Justin take his back here. Or the neck.
Diego's got the 2-on-1 baseball grip just now on Justin, which actually stops Justin from feeding his hand through under the neck, so very good from Diego there. Justin's got that heavy top pressure, but Diego seems to be answering for most of it.
Justin Van Heerden just making Diego carry that weight. Just over 30 seconds left in round number 2. You'd have to think, Robin, in the eyes of the judges, this is good for Lockjaw.
Yeah, this is definitely, Justin's definitely up this round, and he's just put his hooks in and he's taking the back at the moment. I'd like to see him do a little bit of damage here. We do have 15 seconds left, so see what he can do from here. And he's put the chin choke on.
10
Diego
seconds
West.
left. He won't have time to lock up a submission here, will Lockjaw. Pereira will make it out of round number 2 to have the 6+ rebounds. Take it to the Neds level with our friends at Neds. Round 3 of a possible 5 championship rounds.
Diego just measuring out that distance at the moment. He keeps going to the leg, which is great.
That lead leg he is punishing, Robin.
Leg kicks and body shots, that's money in the bank for any fighter. It doesn't matter how long you do it for, it's going to pay off eventually.
Well, now Diego looking to isolate a single.
He's going to drive him to the floor. Justin's wise too. He's trying to get his leg on the outside, and he's got that overhook and he's hiking it up.
Both these guys in the prime of their career. Adding the title of Eternal Featherweight Champion.
The boys
no doubt working in their favor. Down goes the Black Panther. It's Lockjaw, all in round number 3. Huge right hand from Van Heerden.
A couple of knees there from Justin as well.
He's grounded there. Clear.
Justin's definitely in the better position here now, but it seems to be a little bit of an awkward one for him, and he can't get exactly what he needs.
Elbows from Van Heerden now, but Pereira.
Oh, beautiful setup to take down by Justin. He's got that knee on belly trying to control Diego. Diego's doing the right thing, using the cage to walk around and hopefully change positions.
He's defending well so far, Robin, but it's all Justin Van Heerden in round 3. That big right hand sending Diego to the canvas.
This is good for Justin though, Diego, sorry. MCT, don't get me wrong, he did just get rocked. He's getting a little bit of time to rejuvenate and get his breath back.
Absolutely, he'll use this time to recover. But it's Van Heerden, well and truly in control. In front of his corner, Joe Lopez, Eugene Behrman, giving their 2 cents worth $1 million, and it seems to be working.
Justin's just got another hook in, and he's able to lock that arm up with it as well. I'd like to see him start throwing some punches, as he does have the other wrist in. Great defense by Diego. It's back to basics, MCT. The first thing they'll teach you if you're about to get rear naked is 2-on-1 on that choking hand.
Well, he seems to be following the basics so far.
Justin's managed to pin that right hand of Diego's, freeing it up for some shots.
Don't grab it. Good job.
He's got his right arm almost trapped right behind him. Does Van Heerden.
There's knees available here for Justin, and I do believe they'd be very damaging. There we go.
He gives up that body lock. Pereira now looking to separate. Van Heerden continuing to press forward. He lands a nice left hand on his entry. Hands clasped again, and Diego could be going for a ride once again.
Diego's looking a bit tired. I'd like to see Justin disengage from this, give it a couple more strikes, and then reshoot. Everything he was throwing was landing. But hey, Justin's doing everything right at the moment, and he's getting to the better positions.
Half guard for Van Heerden now. Just over a minute left in round 3.
Diego's getting to his side. He just needs to try and fish that for an underhook. Much easier said than done though, MCT.
From where we are sitting, Robin, it absolutely is much easier said than done.
I definitely know the pain of being stuck on the bottom, right in that corner as well.
Don't you ever?
PTSD, PTSD.
Well,
Justin's using a crossface to hopefully try and posture up and throw a couple strikes.
and what a grind it has been for Van Heerden. He's just taken the momentum away from El Pantera Negra here in round number 3. As Diego sweeps to get back onto his feet, but he eats a few shots on his way up for good measure. But examines the adversity and triumphs of one of the UFC's brightest stars, streaming now on UFC Fight Pass. Championship rounds here at Eternal 72 for Van Heerden and Pereira.
Diego landed a nice uppercut to start the round.
Body lock on for Van Heerden, and down goes the Panther once again.
Just some more of the same here, T. Justin's gone and tried to get that wrist ride. It's going to cross body, which is going to affect Diego's ability to get up, and now he's got his hook in as well.
One hook in for the Springbok. Pereira defending well thus far, looking to get back to his feet. He does so successfully. Turning in and separating is Pereira.
And Diego's straight back to the center. He loves that center position, doesn't he, T?
Well, he does, Robin, and there's a sense of urgency coming from Diego now. He knows he's 2-1 down on the scorecards. It quite possibly could be 3-0. Right?
Nice right hand
He's
over
got
the
to
top.
get moving here.
Justin seems to be timing his entries perfectly, and whenever he wants it to go to the ground, it seems to be going to the ground. Diego's doing everything right here, though. He's got that overhook, and he's going to look to hike Justin up so he can't get down to his legs.
Hands clasped for Van Heerden. He scoops out that right leg, and down goes Pereira again. The onslaught continues for Van Heerden here in round 4.
Justin seems to slide his hooks in every time. He's got really good control from this position.
It's almost too easy, isn't it, Robin?
Some would say.
Yes.
We can't discredit Diego, though.
Not at all.
He's still hanging in. It's round 4. There's still plenty of time to look, and he's back to his feet.
Great work from Diego. But down he goes again, Van Heerden looking to isolate that right arm.
Diego's going to look to come up on top here. Justin was wise to it. The boys are trading, T.
Good shots from Diego. Beautiful defense there from Diego. Heavy sprawl as Van Heerden looks for that single leg takedown.
It's just more of the same here, T. Diego's got that overhook, so he's going to be looking to pull Justin up off of his legs, and Justin's going to be looking to get down to the legs to get Diego back to the floor, but Diego's wise to it, and he's just managed to switch his hips. Let's see if he can get off of the cage.
Well, this is the thing, Justin is absolutely no stranger to this type of grind. Plenty of Spider Sundays taking place down at Freestyle MMA.
This head pressure from Justin is great. What he's actually doing is tilting Diego, getting ready for that mat return. Beautiful from Justin, and once again, there's another hook in.
Well, he's got the hooks in straight away. Now he has the back. Fantastic position for lockjaw. Looking to creep under the chin of Pereira.
You can see Joe Lopez and Eugene Behrman taking a tight look. I'm sure they're pretty happy with their student at the moment.
They'd be stoked, Robert O'Neill, I can tell you right now. Momentum well and truly in favour of the Springbok.
Diego's trying to shake Justin off at the moment. You can see him do that little shimmy, but Justin's locked down pretty well, and his weight isn't too far, which is good. Spoke to some commentators, Chris too.
Well, he shakes him off now. Diego's got the back.
Watch the back of the head.
Crowd
Diego's a
rallying
high
behind
level
Diego.
jiu-jitsu artist, so Justin needs to be careful.
Fans here at the Southport Sharks really willing Diego on. But Van Heerden technically sound as he has been all night. Just taking the wind out of the sails of Diego.
The mat returns from Justin are relentless.
He's out of the club, Diego.
There's no hands on the floor at the moment, T, so Diego is technically not grounded. If there was a way, Justin should start throwing some knees.
Let's see if he does so. Ten seconds left in round number 4. We will see a 5th round.
Stop. Let's finish it off.
5th and final round for the Eternal Featherweight Championship.
5 minutes to decide, T. Let's see if it goes the distance or if someone ends up finishing it.
Well, let's see if Diego...
Nice right hand from Diego, and he follows up with an uppercut. There's some urgency from him just now, and beautiful sprawl.
This is better from the Black Panther. Van Heerden unsuccessful on that shot in round number 5. Pereira knows he needs a finish.
Yeah, I definitely think he's gone back to his corner, and they've told him he needs to get this one done. So you can see him aggressive on the front foot and a lot more urgent than the previous rounds.
Well, we've seen plenty of 5th round finishes in the UFC when it comes to championship fights. Will we see one here tonight? Will it be Pereira or will it be Van Heerden? Shot from Van Heerden again, sprawl from Diego.
Justin's managed to get his hands clapped, so let's see if he can get this down to the ground. Justin's looking for that double leg, but Diego's wise to it. He's had 20 minutes so far about these double legs, so I think he's starting to pick up on it a little bit.
There he is, just shrugging those arms up into his armpits. Over-unders now for both men, 50-50.
Diego's winning the head positioning battle at the moment. He's able to throw some elbows on the inside, which is damaging. Justin comes back with a shot of his own, though.
Well, they break, and with just over 3 minutes left, Van Heerden shoots again, unsuccessful, and down he goes. Beautiful hip toss. Looked like a whizzer kick. Robert O'Neill.
Yeah, that was great from Diego. You can now see that he's actually stuffed Justin's underhook at the moment too, and he's going for the far wrist guard, which is going to make it hard for Justin to be able to base and get up from the fence.
Pereira digging deep as the crowd gets behind him here at the Southport Sharks.
He's got one boot in, so let's see what he can do from here. Justin's wise to it at the moment though. He's got Diego's hands trapped, so it doesn't look like anything can go over the neck at this point in time. of tapping shots to hopefully get Justin to bring his chin up. That way he can slip the choke underneath. Once again though, Justin's answering the correct way. He's going to try and tripod up and get Diego off of his back.
Well, what a comeback from the Black Panther here in round number 5. He knew he needed to turn the tables.
If he came out with this urgency from round 1, it could be a different fight we're watching here too.
Totally agree with you, Robin.
I'd like to see Diego start doing a little bit of damage. He does have the top pressure, but there's nothing really going on at the moment, and Justin has won all 4 rounds, in my opinion, so far. There's a minute and a half left to work, so let's see what goes on.
And you can hear Uncle Des in the corner of Diego. He is calling for Pereira to continue to strike. Position over submission for Diego at this stage. Robin, would you agree?
100%. Possession over submission every time.
Just over a minute left in round 5. Van Heerden has to fight to get back to his feet, because it's Pereira taking the momentum from lockjaw, turning it in his favor in round 5.
Those strikes are actually going to the back of Justin's head at the moment. I'd like to maybe get picked up on if it keeps happening. Once again, Diego keeps getting these wrist rides, so Justin doesn't have much to get up on.
Well, Diego continuing to strike here in the 5th and final round to the body now. Heavy elbows.
You must think damage and Diego has been working on those elbows. He's been relentless from every possession with them.
10 seconds left. Van Heerden has to move. Pereira opening up on Van Heerden now, looking for that rear naked choke. But he will run out of time. They will go the distance.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 5 rounds of action, we go to the judges' scorecards for a decision. Our 3 judges have scored this fight 49-46, 48-47, and 48-47. For your winner, by unanimous decision, and new Eternal Featherweight Champion, Justin Van Heerden!
And you, ladies and gentlemen, your